The Big Show with Night and Day. Barista-made coffee just the way you love it from $4.50.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 21st of May, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and... fellas. Fellas, come on. One more time, please. Brought to you by Night and... flag it. Mogi, you stallion, how's life?
Yeah, look, I've been better, man.
Sure.
But I'm going pretty grouse.
Good on you,
and,
mate.
I'm not living off the sort of the highs of how my body feels at the moment, or the emotions that I'm feeling as a result of how poor physically I'm feeling. But more, I'm living off the glory of the past few days, the memories,
sure,
the fumes of energy that I've got left. Yeah, so I feel garbage, but in a couple of weeks, man, I reckon I'll be brand new.
Yeah, sweet as. Usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks, I find. Keyzie, well... I mean, geez, do I even need to say anything here, Keyzie? How you going, mate, today? You didn't do your hair today, I know. I noticed that much. She's all over the shop there, buddy. But that's all right. That's all right. Hey, Keyzie, mate. If you want a cuddle, old Hoodie J will give you a cuddle. You're feeling a bit vulny.
Well, I'm obviously massively vulnies. How am I going? Why don't you take a wild stab in the dark, Jason, and figure that out for yourself, mate?
Whoa. Yeah.
No, sorry. I don't want to start on the wrong note.
I don't want to speak for you, Keyzie. You know what I'm saying?
Really? You just like a 30-second monologue there. No, look, guys, I am feeling good. Mentally, I'm feeling physically terrible. Mentally, great. It's
right.
Like ticked off an excellent thing over the weekend. We did good. That's what my brain's telling me anyway. But sure, I'll be paying for it. And the idea of us now going to Dunedin next week for a similar type vibe is really terrifying.
Yeah, well, in fairness to us, it won't be 3 days though, fellas.
Well,
it won't be an extended stay.
What if the Waz
Well, I
win?
mean, it could be.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean? It could be an extended stay. Who knows? Look, fellas, I can relate. I'm not feeling great.
How are you feeling, Jace?
And I had a good discussion with my wife last night about returning to the gym and getting back into it.
Oh, did you?
You know what I mean? Because she's a health coach.
You're back talking about it, are you?
I'm back talking about it, which is the first step, I think you'll agree, Mogi.
Talking about it's the first step.
And then tomorrow... I'm booked in and I'm ready to go.
Tomorrow's the day, is it?
Yeah, tomorrow's
All right,
the day.
I'm going to join you, man.
Good on you, mate.
Tomorrow's the day.
You have to book your gym, do you?
No, I don't have to, but I've booked it in my mind and emotionally.
You're ready to go.
And mentally I've gone, and I saw my man breasts today in the mirror and I was like, this has to change.
They're my favourite thing about you.
Yeah, don't change those, man.
My man boobs.
Yeah.
Hey, now listen, as you can imagine, we've got a massive show ahead, so
God, I
make
hope
sure
not.
you stay tuned. Also, we're going to give away cash, as always, with Wage Against the Machine. Plenty to talk about. Let's get into a bit of Sublime.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, yes, indeed, the Foo Fighters there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Hey, coming up very shortly, by the way, we're going to be speaking to Marcelo Montoya from the Warriors after their great victory on Sunday.
That's right.
Speaking of which, fellas, we were obviously there at the magnificent Suncorp Stadium. Bloody top quality stadium it is too. After that victory with the Warriors, old Hoodie J caught his flight home. Fellas, talk me through the rest of your afternoon/night.
Well, I guess we should talk about what happened on the day, right? It was a bit of an old one because it was a boys' trip. We'd had the competition, got a couple of absolute backbones over there with us.
Were backbones.
Cooper and Connor.
Absolute champion individuals. Couldn't have asked for two better fellas. Couldn't wipe the smiles off their faces all weekend. So we get there, but really weirdly, our flight back was scheduled for, I think it was at 7 o'clock or something like that.
7:30, yeah.
On the Sunday. So it meant that we had to go straight after the Warriors. We had to leave immediately, even though there's still 2 more games to go on the day, and go straight to the airport and get out. Which seemed like a weird thing.
It would have been even more of a weird decision if the Warriors, the incredibly depleted Warriors, weren't playing the Panthers.
Yeah.
So because of that fact, I didn't at all factor in, what if we win?
Yeah.
I didn't factor that in at all.
Nah. That's right. And so we get to the game there. We've had been down to the Caxton Hotel before that. It's absolutely rammed with Warriors supporters. It's going off. And we get to the game and things start looking good. And then it dawns on us, what actually happens if we do win here? Are we going to go home? Is that what we're doing? This will be one of, if they're not the greatest wins of regular season history for the Warriors. And are we just going to go, oh, cool, and then jump on a plane? It was a brief discussion. And we decided that, no, we wouldn't do that.
Well, the good thing about the discussion is Mogi, because I was obviously thinking about that, and I was like, oh, no, we won't be allowed to do that. And Mogi was like, Keyzie, I'll phone the boss, mate. I'll see what I can do. And then 5 minutes later, he staggers back. He's like, it's all good, brother. Let's do this.
To be fair, that's a pretty accurate impression of what it was like. And then that was us, man. We're absolutely into it. The feeling in that stadium was incredible. So we went out. We hooked up with a whole bunch of backbones. A lot of Big Show fans over there. We went dancing, didn't we, Keyzie? You took me out dancing, brother. We didn't have any dinner. I don't remember that.
No, I had a massive glizzy dog or hot dog in the car park of the Claxton.
That's right. I had a kebab just before going home. So, yeah, I mean, it was exactly what the Warriors deserved. They deserved us to celebrate. They deserved us to miss our flight. They deserved us to get into shit with the bosses here for costing $4,000 in the change of flights, which I don't think was built in.
No, it certainly wasn't.
Into the cost.
And the good thing was, because we left it so late, the only thing left to fly back was premium economy. So we had the feta and sun-dried tomato starter.
Amazing.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
You get premium.
It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It was good. And I've got to say, by the way, anyone that is, vaguely into rugby league or even sporting occasions in general, you have to go to Magic Round next year. They've signed it up, so it's going to be in Brisbane for the next 3 years. You don't even have to go to all 3 days. Pick a day, if funds are a bit tighter, pick the day the Wars are playing. You'll go and watch 3 games of footy probably, and then the other 2 days, just go to Caxton Street and get amongst all of the fans.
The only way that I can put it is it's like the Sevens in Wellington used to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I'll be honest with you, it's 95% men. The streets are barricaded off. Everybody's just on the streets. Everybody is drinking and on the punt. They're on the booze all day long. They start really early. And yet the whole time we were there, we did not see any sort of aggro, no sign of a fight. Everybody is in great mood. Take your whānau, take your mates, do whatever you can, but I would say lock that in. For God's sake, lock that into your calendars because it is an all-timer sporting event.
Yeah, absolutely. But, Jace, how was your evening? Or should we get into that next?
Sure, we can get into that next. It was a great game, as you fellas said. Fortunately, I had 2 massive punishers on either side of me screaming like lunatics the entire time right in my eardrums. But we'll get into that next.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, the Mutton Birds there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 24 minutes past 4 o'clock. Yes, so I went my separate ways after the game. First and foremost, can I just say, what an amazing stadium. So good. When we went that first night, I was like, geez, I don't see that pitch lasting for 8 bloody games. She looked pretty tuned up. But they did an amazing job of holding it all together somehow.
Question, Jace, are you talking about Magic Round that we were just at over the weekend?
Yes, the Magic Round.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Keyzie. Yeah, no, but I'm seeing what you're doing. You're doing Radio 101 there, re-establishing
just setting the scene,
what the scene is.
Yeah.
And then the Warriors. Look, I'm not a big leaguey, I admit it, but I just felt right from the get-go in that match that they wanted it more. They were fizzing.
Right from the moment we kicked it out in the full and gave away a penalty and cost a try.
You could not have had a worse start. But
and I was like, I remember, because that happened.
Fizzing.
That happened, and I was just like, oh, it's going to be one of those games.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't.
But there was something about their energy that was different from the Panthers, and you could tell that they were pretty goddamn hungry. And also, when you factor in, we lost a couple of key players really early doors, and it was like, oh my God,
Wade
this
Egan.
is going to be an absolute disaster. But courageous win. I thought I could see the writing on the wall mid-half when old Mogi was like, and was like, the boys playing so well, which we were.
Yeah.
And you were like, we're not going, mate. I'm telling you right now, if we win this, we're not going. In fact, we're not going anyway. And I went, okay, all right. And old Keyzie God almighty, he was doing something to deliberately piss me off the entire match, which was screaming and what was it? And breaking it up.
I kept intentionally having my voice break because I noticed it was making people laugh. So be like, "You're my boy, Dylan!" Like that, right into old Hoity J's ears there.
For 80 minutes. Yeah. For 80 minutes. So then there was a final whistle, and I said to Pugson, I'm out of here, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm dusted. I'm gone.
Well, it was a massive contrast because with about 3 minutes to go in the match, Mogi came back with another 4-pack of lemonades, and Hoity J, you leaving the stadium as we were continuing on was like the president being ushered out of like a very busy event or something.
Yes. I'll leave it to the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I'll leave
right.
it to the people. I'll get out of here.
Yeah.
So I got my bag, went to the airport, and was like, God. And then I realised, of course, I couldn't go to the lounge because none of you bastards were there. So I had to, I had to mingle amongst the filth.
Yeah, well,
You know
Jason,
what I'm
you are the
saying?
filth, mate.
Which was, she was all good. But then the good news was the Warriors turned up and they were on the same flight.
Right.
So I had a bit of a chit chat to them and they were stoked, but you could tell they were rooted.
Yeah.
Tired.
Well, the brand of footy they played looked exhausting. It was just giving 110 the whole game.
And then it's like, late at night, we're like, everyone just wants to get home. We're sitting on the tarmac there and over the intercom, would Messiers, Minogue, Key and Pugsley, if you're on board, please come up to the thing. Nothing happened. That had also happened at the desk before I boarded, and I was like, oh.
You didn't?
I did wonder about that because I had checked in.
I checked in.
Slightly less than 24 hours before.
So our heroes, the Warriors, absolutely rooted and exhausted, had to wait an extra half hour on the tarmac because of Messiers, Minogue, Pugsley and Key not turning up. And I just didn't have the heart to tell them, sorry, fellas, look, the boys are pushing the boat out,
Well, it's their
celebrating
fault.
your magnificent victory.
It was their own fault, Jace. You know what I mean?
And
Very
then
easy for them to blame us.
And then I got to the airport, got home, and it was like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, getting an Uber. And they've changed all the setup there. And old Hoity J just effing and jeffing in the morning because I could not find where the hell the Ubers stopped. To my defence, there were about 6 or 7 other people going, where the is the Uber pickup area? Even the Warriors coach, Andrew Webster, was standing on the sidewalk there, effing and jeffing a little bit, looking at his phone, looking around. Nightmare. But it was very nice to curl into bed with my beloved wife at about 2:15 in the morning.
Serious question. Because the first half of the game, it was Mogi, then you, and then me sitting in a row. Were we really that bad to watch league with? Because I thought we were great to watch it with.
You were shockingly bad.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Do what they told you. What they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Yeah, it's always good to give a dollop of cash away, especially so that you can replenish the accounts after the weekend, Mogi. A lot of people, going hard over the weekend.
I love replenishing my account.
Yeah, same here, man. Steve, you mad bastard. How's life? You there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm there. Hello.
How you going, mate?
Oh, mate, it's almost over.
Yeah, that's good.
Same here, brother.
How's beautiful Greymouth today?
Oh, bloody awesome today. Bloody awesome.
Good on you, mate. Good on you. What do you do for a crust, Steve?
I'm a maintenance man for the Grey District Council.
Backbone. Okay. Now, Steve, the wage today is $60 an hour.
Ooh. I'll take it.
Okay, good. Keyzie, can you explain to Steve how it works?
Steve, do you know how the game works, man?
I certainly do.
Cool. So how it works is we'll announce the hourly wage today at $60 an hour. You'll then clock into the machine. Make sure you say stop, though, before the machine clocks you out and you lose everything.
Ooh.
All right. You
Good
ready
on you, mate.
to
You
do
locked
this?
and loaded, Steve?
I'm ready to rock.
Let's do this, mate.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. 5 hours. 6 hours.
Oh, my Lord.
You all good, Jace?
Hey, Steve, shall we see where it finishes up?
Oh, okay.
Hey!
That is how you do it, right?
That is perfect.
Perfection, my friend. $360.
$360, Steve. Use it to get yourself a new phone, eh?
Oh, I'm bloody stoked. Thank you very much.
Good on you, man. I'll hand you over to Pugson in the studio. But, hey, Steve, just on that front, just go easy on old Pugson. He's feeling a bit vulny.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So give him a lot of love, would you?
Yeah, I'll give him some South Island cuddles.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Because the boss just ripped into him this afternoon.
Yeah,
He's
it
a
wasn't
bit
good.
teary.
Yeah.
So look after old Pugson there in Studio B.
All right, Steve, chuck you on over to Pugs. Big shout out, by the way, to Super Liquor, who just keep giving us cash.
Yeah, they do.
And they keep saying give it away.
Good stuff. Here's Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, Jace, just quickly.
Oh, here we go. Bit of Radio 101 again.
Up next, we're going to chat to the Pants Man, who came with us to Magic Round and had a huge mozzer of a weekend.
But a good time, nonetheless.
Oh, an excellent time. Yeah, absolutely.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, David Bowie there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. We had another member of the Radio Hodaki crew with us over there at the Magic Round in Old Brizzy, and it was Joel who does all our socials and all that sort of jazz, otherwise known as Pants Man. How you going, Pants Man?
I'm good. I'm a lot better than I was yesterday, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Keyzie keeps banging on about what an absolute mare you had over there as a way of maybe distracting from his own mare.
And to me, it sounds like he had a blinding time. He had the best time out of all of us. So it'll be interesting to get the full rundown.
So just quickly, just want to set the scene. So originally it was just the four of us, including Pugson, heading to Magic Round with boystrip.co.nz. Last minute, Pants Man, you got yourself some tickets, right?
Yeah, got a real cheap flight over there, and I didn't have any accommodation or any tickets because they were all sold out. Everywhere was way too expensive to get a hotel, and I kind of just winged it, and it went well.
So where did you stay?
I stayed on my mate's couch.
Right.
3 different couches because I got a couple mates over there, and they were all too small for me, so my legs were just hanging over the couch.
Yeah. Can I just paint a picture for people if they don't know who Pants Man is? He's about 7'8". So that especially if you're doing some couch action.
Yeah, if you don't know who he is, ask your missus. She would have run into him on social media at some point. So definitely. Also, your flight over there, you flew Jetstar. Who are you sitting by?
Sitting just behind Ruben Wiki, and as soon as I saw him, I'd had a couple lemonade responsibility at the airport. Yeah. Started talking to him about the Warriors, about my league team, under 90 kilo one. He was loving it.
Was he loving it?
Yeah, I don't know why he kept putting his AirPods back in.
Yeah. So, and then how did you get it? Because you ended up on the first night. You were sitting in a different spot from us.
Yeah, I didn't have a ticket. I went over there, and I was in the urinal at the airport, and just wearing my Warriors jersey. And some dude came up to me and said, "Mate, do you have tickets?" And I was like, "I genuinely do not. Me and my mate don't have tickets." And he gave us really good seats, just 5 meters away from the action.
So he got diamond level seats.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is classic.
Why did he do that, Joel?
I don't know. He's like, mate, my missus and I realised that our flight isn't going to make it in time. We're landing in Brizzy at about 8 o'clock. So do you just want them? I was like, how much do you want? He's like, have them.
Wow.
Backbone. That's backbone.
Classic
backbone.
Joel. So tickets come up on special, gets them, sits behind Ruben Wiki.
Because can you tell me how much the flights were?
450 return.
450 return.
This is a few days out, right? And so you're sleeping on your mate's couch. How did you get tickets for the second day?
Second day, I'll be honest, I had a media pass that we used at Mount Smart Stadium, and I went over there, thought it might work, and from about 5 different gates, they barred me, almost took the media pass away. So then I had to post on Facebook, some guy with no profile picture, meshes back, says $50 for a ticket, and I was like, yeah, may as well, what's the worst that can happen? And then he just sends through a QR code. And the QR code wasn't scanning.
Just a blank QR code, no seat number.
QR code, no ticket.
No seat number, no row, nothing. And we were all in queue. I was watching you do it. Wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. And I was like, I'll sort it out. And the guy called me and he said he'll send his mates down. His mates came down about 15 minutes later and he refused to give me his mate's number They came down fully tattooed like biker dudes and scanned me in, and then I found some seats that were open, and that was Saturday.
My favourite was just seeing Joel get turfed out of seats from everywhere he was trying to sit. So that was incredibly entertaining. So your one job over there was to do social media, which you need your phone for.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the Sunday, after a pretty big Saturday, the last thing I remember was about 4 a.m. in the morning. We're playing footy on Caxton Street, full contact, and then on the way home in the Uber, I left my Uber on the back seat, on the back seat of an Uber, and took about 3 hours on the Sunday morning to try and get it back.
Did you have to pay the guy, didn't you?
Paid the guy $50 Australian. Could have bought a whole day ticket. And
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. I was very, very stressed out for 3 hours because it had my tickets. I did have a Sunday ticket as well, and I was just thinking the worst. All my plane tickets were on there as well.
Yeah.
And thankfully I got it back and had one of the best days of my life on Sunday.
One of the best days of your life.
There you go, right? So Sunday, we're at the footy. The Warriors get up massively. We're all massively, getting stuck in.
Yeah.
You had to finish up, though.
Yeah. Oh, I did actually, because I had my...
Did I?
No, I did, yeah. I went home at about 10 o'clock, I think, and the old cheap flights, they leave. You got to be at the airport at 4 a.m. And I went home after sleeping with no blanket on a 1 metre couch.
He said he was sleeping with his arms inside his Warriors jersey.
Yeah, hadn't had a shower and had zero voice at that time as well, and got on the 6 a.m. flight back to New Zealand with a plane full of backbones. They were handing out paracetamols on the plane to people.
There you go.
Good on your pants, man. Good effort,
that's
mate.
amazing effort, right?
Bloody oats, man.
It is, man. It's one of those
legendary.
things where you got an opportunity to go and you go. You don't sit at home. You buy the ticket, you take the ride, and then you get to be there for one of the greatest Warriors victories of all time.
Yeah, I'll probably buy tickets for next year though, because it was stressful.
Yeah, don't rely on some guy in a urinal giving you diamond tickets.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Lincoln Park there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Coming up after 5 o'clock, we're going to be speaking to Marcelo Montoya from the Warriors, obviously.
He scored a fantastic try in the corner.
He did. Also, we've got some audio from our adventures over in sunny Brisbane.
That's right. Over the weekend, we were told we had to send back audio sort of diaries of what we've been up to. Someone's actually made a compilation of all those. I think it was Dilly, and we're going to play them all just to sort of recap things.
Yeah, good stuff. All that after 5.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your Tuesday afternoon's going along very nicely indeed. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. And I tell you what, I'll be honest with you, the team's hitting the wall a little bit. We're all feeling a bit pooped.
Well, I have been at work for an hour, man. What do you expect?
Exactly.
Jase,
Even Pakistan in Studio
Jase.
B, you were saying, I'm feeling a bit pooped, Geordie J, so I gave him a cuddle because he's feeling a bit bony.
Jase, I'm all goods, man. I'm good to go there, flowers.
Good to go home.
Yeah.
Speaking of good to go, coming up very shortly, we're going to be speaking to Marcelo Montoya.
What, and he's good to go?
Yeah, he's always good to go, man.
Also, don't forget to keep an ear out for the 25 grand fiddler. If you hear a song play on Radio Hodaki with some fiddle mixed into it, call us straight away on 0800 Hodaki and you could win 1,000 big ones.
Too good, man.
And
Too
by
good.
ones, I mean cash muns.
Man.
Here's a bit of Green Day for you. This will fire us up, fellas.
Yeah!
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Soundgarden there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. And we've already waxed lyrical, haven't we, fellas, on that magnificent Warriors victory at Suncorp Stadium on Sunday. We had the absolute privilege of being there live. What a match, fellas, what a match. With that in mind, we've got one of the Warriors on the line right now, one of the stars of the show, Marcelo Montoya. Marcelo, how are you going, buddy?
Hey, fellas, I'm going well, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah,
How are
good.
you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Matt. I just want to make an observation right from the get-go. It looked like you guys were fizzing for that match. Was that the case?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, when you're versing a team like the Panthers, you have to show up to play, and I thought we did that, and it was a good result.
And how was the vibe? We were there from the Hodaki Show, went over there for a trip, took a couple of winners over. The vibe there was like being at a grand final. It was like we had won the grand final.
Mate, I think in all, like the weekend was awesome. I mean, I've played at a few Magic rounds, but I feel like the one recently on the weekend was outstanding. I think there was about 40,000 there showed on the big screen. So to have that there on a Sunday was awesome, being the first game as well. So, look, our fans always turn up, but to be able to turn up in Brisbane and to show their love and support was outstanding.
Hey, Marcelo, one thing that those top-tier teams do really well, like the Melbourne Storm, the Panthers, is whenever someone drops out, doesn't matter how good they are, that next person up slots straight into a system and does a job. The Warriors over the weekend, it looked like those younger players like Roach, who had to come on almost immediately with hardly any NRL experience, of course, Tane Tuapiki at the back as well. They actually came in and not only did a job, but they almost like lifted the energy level of you fellas. Would that be correct?
Yes. And I think, to see Paulie Roach do that was outstanding. I've seen obviously his reach to the NRL, and last year his debut against the Dolphins, and then to be able to, I guess, just hang around, and then once he gets a call, he's there. And I thought he was outstanding, to be honest. I thought he played really well. And then also, like you said about Tane, we've seen Tane's potential, his talent, and his skill set. But I thought, he was probably one of the players on the field on Sunday.
Yeah, there's a few people that had their hand up for that. Mitch Barnett in the post-match was saying they sort of worked out during the week that you only had to change a couple of things to get yourselves back on track, because there's been a couple of games, like you guys have been in the contest against, the Sharks, against Melbourne as well. A lot of the games you've lost by sort of 4 or less points. What were the things that you changed during the week to make... Look, man, and I'll be honest with you, in a million years, I didn't see that coming. Like I am a diehard Warriors supporter. There was no way you were winning that game. No way. And so, what was changed during the week? Because you got 10 people out. There's a million reasons you don't win it.
Yeah, I mean, the love for the jersey has always been there for the players, and for the players that come up, like you said, that next man up kind of mentality, and that love for the jersey has to be there initially, because you're representing a proud New Zealand club, and that's what's personally important. But I think the second thing is understanding your job and doing your job well. And I feel like, those close games you mentioned, after we lost those games, we probably went a bit out of our way in terms of how we focus on our own individual performance. And I think, last week we just nailed down, and, Webby and, our leaders kind of stood up and said we have to be able to go out there and everyone just play strong. I mean, and everyone do their own job and do it well, and I thought we all did that, and it shows when you do that. Like we are a good team, and like you said, we're missing 10 or more players, but when you go out there and do your job and focus on just doing your own job, it helps the team kind of flow better, and I thought we did that on Sunday.
Hey, Marcelo, with that in mind, as we say, it was an outstanding performance. What was going through your heads when you started the match and you kicked out in the full, and then the Panthers scored almost immediately? What were you fellas talking about in the little team huddle there after that Panthers try?
Yeah, well, we just said reset. We said that we had to go back up there and kick off again and then just reset the game. We kind of just brushed what happened in that first 3 minutes, and we said, no, we're starting now. And you have to be calm in those situations, and you have to be able to, I guess, adapt really fast when things like that happen, because you can't be kicking stones. Yeah. Otherwise, your focus is going elsewhere. So we said that. So we said that in the huddle straight away, and then we came back and then got straight back into our game and our flow.
Yeah, bloody good. We're speaking to Marcelo Montoya from the Warriors. Marcelo, obviously, Tohu Harris goes down a couple of days out. As a fan, I'm like, oh, God, here we go. Not Tohu. You've got Dylan Walker, who stepped in there and brought a new dimension to playing in the middle. Then, of course, Chance at 5'8". All of a sudden, the left side is, humming. Is this... Team list is coming out in less than an hour anyway, but is this sort of, are we going to see Chance in the halves more often, man?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, and I feel like I said before, when maybe picks teams, you have to be able to go out there and do a job. And, I named a few of those other players that played well, but, Chance is outstanding as well. I thought his balance with his running game, and when he knew when to pass the ball was on point. And that's hard, when you're coming into a position where you haven't done much reps all pre-season and all year. It's just a credit to his character, and he wanted to go out there and play well, and I thought he did.
Bloody good, Mars, mate.
Good stuff, Marcelo. Now, listen, mate, congratulations to you guys and the team. It was just an outstanding performance. The fans just went batshit crazy. Full credit to you guys, and let's keep the march going this coming game, eh?
Thanks, fellas, and thanks for the support. You know, we could hear you guys screaming so loud, so we really appreciate it. And for sure, we want to make sure we get a few more wins as well.
You couldn't hear Keyzie. You couldn't hear Keyzie cheering. He was too busy puking like Jack Cole.
Thanks, Mars, mate. We'll catch you another time.
Thanks, fellas. That's a good one.
Beautiful on you, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, Guns. Roses there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is exactly 5:30. Now, fellas, she ain't over, you know.
What?
In terms of the big show going on the road.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got next week down in Dunedin. Fellas, Wednesday, is it?
It's Wednesday, the 29th of May.
At the Emerson's Brewery there, and I just want to make sure that we're all emotionally and mentally and physically on board with this. I know that we can take the next couple of days just to, you know, recalibrate, as it were, Mogi.
Yeah.
We all good? We all good for that?
I think I'm fizzing for it, man. I mean, I'm not fizzing at the moment.
No.
But on the day, I reckon I'm going to be fizzing for it, man.
Totally.
It's one of those things. It's one of the things where it's like right now, hell no.
Yeah.
But far out in a week's time, you betcha. You know,
on another plane, going to see another bunch of backbones.
Yeah, massive. Well, we hope a bunch of backbones, and that's the thing. You need to turn up because with that in mind, we've got beverage tabs, food tabs, all sorts. We've got
or just tabs in general.
Backbone T-shirts.
Yes.
And we'd love to see you there. I mean, the thing is, if you don't show up, I'll look stupid. Mogi will look stupid, and Keyzie especially will look stupid.
Why do I look more stupid?
Well, you just generally do.
That's right. Wednesday, the 29th of May, come down to the Emerson's Brewery in Dunedin. Do you know, are our flights flexi flights?
In case we have a win.
That's just in case we get a massive victory.
There's just some massive victory that we pull out of the hat there randomly.
After the first half of the big show, we might be onto a good thing.
Yeah.
And Mogi might be like, mate, we can't go home after this.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking on this trip. I might actually take my laptop and put it in my laptop bag and bring it down to Otago with us.
We need to talk about Mogi's absolute mozza to begin the week.
Yeah, and also probably help too if you bring your wallet.
I mean, I'm open to ideas, man.
But we'll get into Mogi's Moz over weekend shortly. We'll also we've got a bit of an audio diary to play as well. But next Wednesday, if you are in Dunedin or within driving distance, come down to Emerson's Brewery. Wednesday, the 29th of May. We will see you there from 4 p.m.
Too good.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Funny, actually, I was playing that riff on my guitar last night.
Yeah.
When I was sitting on the couch, that little end riff.
Quite melancholic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite soothing to play.
What brand of guitar is it?
Pardon?
Hey, over the weekend, fellas, we were given the job of sending back various talkbacks. You can actually do that too on the iHeartRadio app.
Man.
You hit the little microphone icon, you record it, and you send it off, and we can play it here on air.
I'm really struggling with that because I can't. It's not accepting my password.
And if you've got any questions about the weekend that the Big Show had over at Magic Round, flick them through via the old talkback there, and we'll get to them, all right?
On iHeartRadio, we'll definitely get to them.
100%.
So we'd fire them off at different stages throughout the weekend. However, Dilly, who is our intern that works here at Radio Hodaki.
Well, Big Dilly.
Big Dilly, yeah. So he hates it when you just call him Dilly. Big Dilly did a bit of a compilation of the Sunday and the sort of adventure that took place. I can remember some of these, but not all of them. Mike did a few, I did a few, Jace did some. So here's a little compilation of how the Sunday went in terms of talkbacks.
Yeah, g'day, Radio Hodaki, old Keyzie here, just on the balcony of the Lord Alfred Hotel. It's on Caxton Street, getting amongst Warriors Nation, about to head over to Suncorp for the big game.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's going off here at our Suncorp Stadium. I've got two absolute punishers either side of me, old Keyzie and Mogi, just off their heads, having a good old time. And, well, who knows, an upset's on the card. Hope springs eternal. Let's go the Wars.
G'day, you mad dogs. Absolutely humongous win for the Warriors over the Panthers. We've got to make our way to the airport in about 40 minutes. We'll be back on the show tomorrow. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, g'day, fellas. It's old Keyzie here at the Caxton Hotel. Hoyty J's on the plane home. Hey, who gives a shit? We're not coming home.
Yeah, never coming home.
We're never coming home. Me and Mogi, we're staying here.
Never coming home!
Afterwards! G'day, Hodaki. Sorry, we missed the plane. We're not going to be home in time. I'm couch surfing tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. So, look, sorry about that. We'll be home tomorrow, Tuesday. Tuesday's the best day to be home anyway, so we'll see you then. Backbone, $50 night-and-day voucher. So good.
I don't remember those final two. I don't remember you and I doing one.
I think that was pulled from a video we had up on Instagram.
Oh, was it?
Because
no, it wasn't. They were all Pugs are saying no, it wasn't. Those were all 100% talkbacks we sent. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, it's like looking back through your photos. You're like, oh, that's right. So it's nice to flick back through hearing yourself talking for, a minute at a time and have no recollection of it happening.
Yeah.
But that's because my brain was so full of other memories of the day, you know what I mean? I didn't have room for any more memories. It was too many memories.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Your brain was overloaded. And you can see...
With memories.
Exactly, with memories there, Mogi. And you can see how much fun you would be around Keyzie.
Is that what I sound like?
It was like good times, mate. It was good times.
Actually,
I wish I'd taken some goddamn audio of you guys in the bloody game.
Same, man.
It would have been mostly bleeps.
There was a point where I didn't exactly, but I very nearly sobered up. When something had happened, a ref had pulled out another bullshit call, and I jumped up and screamed something about an F&C.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, oh, God, I love the Warriors.
Pugs just signalled to me that he's actually got that on video, and he'll be doing a compilation
just
of that.
on that front, Moki, there was also another one of yours, which was rip the F&C's head off.
And a fair call, I thought. I stand by that one.
I can't even remember what it was.
Jace, one thing I did hear, the bosses aren't happy with, because you only sent one talkback. And so, like, Keyzie and Mogi are going the extra mile. They're doing extra for the show, and you just sent one.
And they're wondering where your Warriors spirit is.
How
come you didn't stay?
I'll be frank with you, fellas. Very hard to get a word in edgeways with you two.
I can't wait for that Warriors game viewing experience with Keyzie and Mogi compilation to come out.
Yeah.
Pugs is going to work on that and have it out for the game this weekend.
Here's the Strokes.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
The Black Keys there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. The time is 5:51:52, in fact.
Pretty nice getting away, wasn't it, fellas, there for a few days. Of course, when you go away, there's generally some people at home that wish they were coming too. On occasion, anyway. On this occasion, my wife wasn't particularly interested.
My wife.
Mainly because there was 8 games of rugby league to endure. I actually haven't said that. I think she would have enjoyed it. Not as much as we did, obviously.
Well,
but
she would have enjoyed it more than Jace.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Well, I mean, it depends if she would have enjoyed. I mean, if she might not have. She would have enjoyed it probably like I did on Sunday. If you two were like that,
yeah,
she'd have loved it.
But in particular, my going nearly 5 years old, fellas, my daughter there, she was not pleased that she was getting left behind.
Sure,
she wanted to go to Australia. She wanted to see her uncle Adam, who lives over there, whom I didn't even see, as it turns out. And while I was gone, she said to my wife, I wanted to go to Australia.
Oh.
I wanted to go. And my wife said, well, it's one of those things, isn't it? You can't go all the time, but maybe one day you get to go. And my daughter said, well, maybe you and I should have a holiday to Australia.
She's already getting to there.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
Why don't we have a boys' trip? Why don't we have a trip to Australia? And my wife said, well, wouldn't it be nice to have a family trip to Australia? And, me, Daddy, and you could all go to Australia. And my daughter thought for a second and she said, yes, or 2 of us could go to Australia and one of us could stay home and feel lonely.
Wow.
Yes.
Is this?
I swear to God she said that. And then she gave it a beat or two and she said, no, but that wouldn't be nice, would it?
Yeah.
But it's good to see she's got it in her.
I was actually waiting for her to say, 2 of us could go to Australia and could stay home.
Oh, yeah.
Your nickname. Yeah.
So when you hear her say, because obviously it's very funny.
Yeah.
When you hear her say that, What do you think?
I just think it was very funny.
Okay.
There was probably a time when that would have annoyed me more because there are clear favourites playing in my house. I want you to know that.
Look, you don't need to tell me about that, man. Holy shit.
Not even close, but that sort of stuff is the gold.
That is very funny.
That is the good stuff.
Totally.
Hey, coming up after 6 there, Flat. Well, to be honest, I don't know what's coming up after 6.
Well, I do, Keyzie.
What's that?
What's for tea with me?
Oh.
Keyzie.
Easy. I just want everyone to know, by the way, that Keyzie came. Keyzie came back in from the toilet because
you want everyone to know this.
He's been pounding the waters. And he said,
seriously telling them
man, my wheeze are still so yellow.
Yeah.
And it's like, excellent, Keyzie.
I've had 5 pints of water since I got here, and it was like someone had dropped a Barocca in the urinal.
Yeah. Just crazy stuff.
But anyway, New Zealand, what are you having for tea?
Yeah, text us 3483. And everyone that does that goes in the draw for a $50 night day voucher.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Eyes to the front, Mogi. God. Hey, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday night's going along very nicely. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night I just flag that, eh? It's been an absolute shambles, our harmony today.
Well, you said we're listening to The Big Show.
I'm not surprised, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Now, the podcast out show, which is something we do outside of the radio show, the focus today, as you could imagine, was very much on our trip to Brisbane over the weekend.
Yeah. It was like a wee debrief thing, and you can actually maybe watch it on YouTube at some stage soon. I believe Pugsan was recording this one. I tried to call him Podsley.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, we're falling apart here.
Play the clip.
It's just a shambles.
Anyway, yeah, here's a clip of today's one.
It was a great game, but you two punishers screaming in my ear did lessen my enjoyment somewhat. You guys were quite loud.
Yes.
Next time, just tell me, because I was just doing it for your enjoyment.
I did.
Did you?
Yes. I said, Keyzie, shut the up.
Yeah, your language is appalling.
Yeah.
That was
to be honest, Jase, sitting next to you.
It was unbelievable. I mean, there were kids there, man. And I just thought, talking to Keyzie like that was just not on.
Jase, sitting next to you lessened my enjoyment somewhat of that game.
Well, I don't think you even noticed anyone else in the stadium, Keyzie. Now, and I will reiterate that Keyzie was thinking, you know that terrible thing when someone thinks something's, when they're steamed and they think something's really funny, so they keep doing it. What were you doing, Keyzie?
Well, the voice breaky thing.
Yeah.
You just, it's like the 4th time today I've had to do this. My throat's quite sore. You go, "This is good one, Dylan!" Like that.
For 80 minutes.
For 80 minutes, but you change what you're yelling. And every time I did it, people around us, except for you, would smirk a little bit. And that's enough.
That makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, good one. Hey, now listen, coming up, what's for tea, New Zealand? So text us 3483 and let us know what's on the dinner plate.
Yeah, you can win a $50 night and day voucher.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
LMNOP there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening.
Scraped in.
Only just, that was only just. We love knowing what people are eating out there. We all love our food. We all love food chat.
We do.
So right now it's time for...
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Text here from Steve. What's for tea, New Zealand? With me, Keyzie.
Yellow wheeze.
Don't add that to it. You say something in confidence off air. And now it's part of a segment. Oh, Mogi's lost the plot. Yes, I have yellow wheeze at the moment, all right? I'm drinking a lot of water. Fine. Here are the texts on 3483. G'day, flowers. Duncan here.
Jeez, get it out, man.
Pumpkin and kumara soup with
Oh,
chicken, bacon, and cheese toasted sandwiches.
Chicken,
bacon, and cheese.
And
it's probably very good.
And pumpkin and kumara soup. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a very sweet soup to me.
What?
You know, pumpkin and kumara, very sweet veggies.
Well, it sounds like a delicious combo, but a spice.
Pumpkin was it, and potato.
No, and kumara.
Pumpkin and kumara. Yeah, I find. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
I think it might be a bit floury.
Yeah,
What?
too much flour in there.
Depends what sort of stock
What did
there-
you say? Pumpkin and flowers.
G'day, pumpkin and flowers. Yeah.
Flowers.
And flowers and cheese, bacon, and chicken toasted sandwiches.
Who is that from?
That's from Duncan.
Oh my God!
You see, I
Duncan Garner.
Oh,
Yeah, it's from Duncan Garner. Yeah.
for me, the bacon and the cheese toasty is overkill. But anyway, carry on.
Right. G'day, flowers. You choose tonight. I'm on dinner. So it's either orange Ruffy burgers with chips or sticky ginger beef noodles.
I'll go sticky ginger beef noodles.
Gross.
Who's that from?
It doesn't say. Oh, no, it does. They've just texted through. Jerome.
Oh,
Kino.
Jerome Ropati.
Kino?
Yeah, Jerome Kino.
Jerome
Hey.
Depardieu.
Yeah,
Who the hell is that?
that's Gerard's brother.
Oh, yeah, it's
I have no
sorry,
idea.
I should have clarified that a bit better.
So we're going for sticky ginger beef noodles?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks, mate.
Chuck that one together. G'day, flowers. Ben here. Ben here.
Oh, sorry, I'll stop
um,
listening. Ben Via Jones. He's a guy I used to go to school with.
Ben Affleck, it says here.
Oh, Ben Affleck. Is it
Oh,
Ben
I was going
Affleck?
to say
Yeah,
Ben.
yeah.
I was trying to remember his name.
He's having lamb chips and chips. It must be lamb chops.
Lamb
and
chips.
Must be lamb
I wonder what
chops.
they're like. That
No,
must
no.
be pretty
No,
yummy.
yeah.
Have you had lamb chips before, Jace?
No, Mogi, it'll be a typo.
Oh.
Yeah. It'll be.
I haven't had a chop for a long time.
Oh, have you not?
No. I mean, that was sort of standard fare for old Hoodie J growing up, the old chops.
Well, the
with mint
chop used to
sauce.
be a very reasonably priced piece of meat, Jace. Very
Yes.
reasonably priced. But nowadays, of course.
Sure.
Vanessa here.
Oh!
Redgrave.
You say some who?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens, yeah. G'day, flowers. Vanessa Hudgens here. The husband is treating me to a fish cake and egg on a muffin split.
What?
Fish
Vanessa
cake
Hudgens
and,
not married?
Oh, that's what you had an issue with.
fish cake and egg on a split muffin.
That actually sounds pretty nice.
Nah.
It's like a slap together meal.
You've embarrassed yourself, Vanessa.
Well, if you squirt some sriracha on it, maybe.
Yeah. So good. Anyway, I'm going to go do wheeze, fellas. So,
Make sure you do a courtesy flush.
yeah, we'll do. You don't flush a urinal, Mogi. Well, I don't.
Well, you go to the cubicle because she's reeking, boy.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
System of a Down there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, we didn't get a chance to watch much TV over the weekend, but let's get into a bit of TV chat nonetheless. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue? It about sums it up, really, doesn't it, fellas?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit deeper on this one. I watched another episode of Shogun. Yeah.
Oh, Disney Plus?
Shogun. Yeah, great show. Love it, love it, love it. Just been renewed for 2 further seasons. It's just a great show. I've talked about it on here before, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Bloody good.
It definitely sounds like my cup of tea, I'll be
Oh, it's
honest
your
with you,
cup of tea.
Mogi. I'm almost tempted to get Disney just to watch it.
Yep.
But then again, I've got so many subscriptions, I'm like, God, do I want another one? I was watching last night Private Lives of the Monarchy.
Is that like a doco?
Well, yeah, it's history. Because I'm a bit of a history buff, fellas.
Are you?
I love my history. I love my monarchs. I love my world wars. I love that
hang on.
sort of stuff.
I've always been struck by how little you know about history.
Oh, really? I actually did pretty well at school in history.
Oh, yeah, that was a
You know
long
what
time
I mean?
ago.
That was a long time ago. But
What started-
basically, the secret lives of the monarchs, they were basically all insane rooters. They just shagged all the time. Some of them were massively debauched. And they talk about the meals that they ate for breakfast and lunch. Sounds really tedious, but it's quite fascinating. They had sex chairs made.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were so. One of them, I think it was Charles IV or something, was so debauched that he had to stand up and they made a sex chair for him with handles so that he could get his girth out of the way.
Oh.
Because he was such a fat bastard.
Nice.
So it's fascinating stuff like that.
I saw a seat like that at a museum.
In Paris?
Yes.
Yes.
It was like Louis, one of the...
it was Louis, yes.
He had like a throne made where he would be sitting on it, and then there was like stirrups for two other people to also be sitting on it with him.
Nice.
Doing stuff.
So what they would do, Mogi, was people would stack up on it. It was quite the vision.
I got one of those for Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
Bloody good.
I'm thinking of trading him a sex swing for a sex seat.
Yeah. Well, I
With
got
handles.
mine from Temu. It was $4.20.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds
quality?
good.
Oh, the best.
Oh, wow.
Country calendar, Keyzie?
Last night, I got home and I was like a shell of a human, and I was on the couch and just eating some, not even lying, pork mince-based dinner. And then we watched an episode of Country Calendar and an episode of Selling Homes Australia. And I was just like, I need some real low-stakes stuff. Mogi, I need some real
I'm loving it.
I need some real low-stakes stuff because my brain just can't process anything right now.
Yeah,
fair enough.
And they tidied the house up. They had a budget of $55,000.
I don't think we need to know about it.
Yeah, we don't need to know the budget,
spoilers?
Keyzie.
Yeah, good point.
Actually, that's quite a big budget, $55,000.
Yeah, well, it's because it was two couples living together. And they wanted to separate and go their separate ways.
Right, okay.
And they sold it for 1.8.
So good, man.
Yeah, man, Sydney.
Speaking of which, his crowded house.
Ah, that is speaking of which, because it's a house that was crowded. Fellas.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oasis there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, we have had a fair amount of League and Warriors chat, but I don't reckon we leave it here, fellas. I reckon we've got more in us.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because it's time for this.
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? Now, the reason we're chatting this at this particular time is because the team list for this weekend's game against the Redcliffe Dolphins, 6:05 p.m. Sunday at home at Mount Smart, it's just been announced, and a few big things to note. Tane Tuapiki is still at fullback because Charles Nickel-Klukstad is still at 5'8", Mogi.
Yeah, baby.
Happy with that, fellas?
I'm happy with that.
Very happy with that.
He looked brilliant. Di and Ben were chatting on the Mad Monday NRL podcast, and they were saying the reason he was so good on the left is because he hits the ball with such pace because he's a fullback and he's such a big guy as well that they have to commit heaps of defenders to him. And so he's just a bit more to handle out there.
Sure.
Also, another massive inclusion is on the bench, jersey number 17, someone who has been injured or suspended pretty much his entire career as a Warrior. Marata New Cordet, jersey 17, some massive size off the bench, which I'm excited about.
Bloody exciting to have him back. Running decoys will do us. He was a huge part of our attack last year, and he's a huge part of the team in general when he can make it. But yeah, been a bit rough with injuries this year. Also, I note here, Keyzie, that Rocco Berry is back. Bit of a surprise given he was meant to be back after the bye because he's got a broken hand. But Ali Leatoa, who had such a great game, has got an injured ankle and will not be back until early July, I'm being told. So he's had 2 games for the Warriors. One last year, he got injured in that game and couldn't play for the rest of the season. Sort of came back, I think, and played some New South Wales Cup, and now he's out till early July. With an ankle injury. If you want to play for the Warriors, you better be ready to go see that doctor. Also, Paul Roach, who had such an incredible game, has been pushed out by Freddie Lussick. Don't be surprised to see that change come game day.
This does reek of an Andrew Webster special where he's put Paul Roach at 18th man, which is come on if there's a few head injuries.
18th man?
It's activated if there are enough HIAs in the game.
I got you.
So there's a chance he might play anyway, but he quite often does this to shelter young players from the media, and he could do a last-minute switch because, to be honest, I think he earned it.
Oh.
He looked excellent there at hooker. Also, no Tohu still, so Dylan Walker still in jersey 13, still in the middle, doing his thing. I'm bloody, other than the clear lack of centres at the moment, especially if Rocco is in fact still injured.
Yep.
I'm excited about this team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bring it on. I'm excited to see anything they serve up after last weekend, man. Bring it on.
Bring it on. And this is the perfect opposition to be playing. The Dolphins are pretty good, but not unbeatable. They're certainly a step down from the Panthers. 6:05 Sunday. Myself and Di Henwood will be commentating on Sky Sport 9. You going to watch it, Jace?
Yes. Gently and quietly in the
that reminds me. I thought I'd pop over to your place.
Oh, did you?
Have a few beers, eh?
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Mogi, I imagine a quiet one for you tonight. A bit of work here and there, maybe a bit of love making and then sleep.
Well, it's my wedding anniversary.
Yes.
So I got big plans tonight. The wife's going to make a few documents for my job there. A few decks that'll be good on the old PDFs, Keyzie. That'll be good stuff there, and then straight to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll watch TV while she's doing that.
Excellent.
Get myself something nice to eat, nice takeaway, Keyzie, and a bottle of red, something like that.
Yeah, just chill out.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Nice, man. No, I do that with my wife and invoices.
My love.
She does all the invoices. I go, you sort that, please, darling, and I'll give you a little cut. I'll give you a cut of the proceeds.
Do you do it on your wedding anniversary?
What?
That. Like he is.
Do my invoices and I'll give you the proceeds. What are you talking about?
What
Keyzie?
are you talking about, man?
God's sake.
I'm just trying to make idle chit-chat here.
Far
What
out.
are you up to tonight there, Hoodie J?
I'm going to go home and just chill out, man.
You've got your missus doing the invoicing.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've got any invoices due at the moment, Mogi. But, maybe in a few days' time. What are you going to do, Keyzie? Bit of country calendar, a bit of cuddling your wife because you're a bit vulny.
I am vulnies. Tonight I'm going to record another podcast after this, my gaming one.
Oh, because you missed it yesterday.
Because I missed it yesterday, so I have to do that tonight instead. So that's going to be really fun.
So good.
And then I'm going to go home straight away, eat my pork mince-based meal, tacos, and then go to sleep.
What are they called again?
Tana tacos.
Tana tacos.
Yeah, that's so good.
Taco.
Good stuff, mate. Hey, well, listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Till then, we'll see you later.
Bye.